Oh, the license renewal blues.
I have a confession to make. I am a criminal. At least that's the state of Georgia and the state of New Jersey decided when I walked in the DMV to renew my driver's license at 70 years old. Let me tell you what happened, because it's either the most absurd thing that ever happened to me or a sign the universe has a very specific sense of humor. Possibly both. When you turn 70 in Georgia, you have to renew your driver's license in person, which is fine. Completely reasonable. I'm 70. I've been driving for over 50 years. I have navigated roads in Turkey, France, Iceland, and the French Alps at night with 21 hairpin curves and no guardrail. The DMV in Georgia was not going to be a problem. I walked in, handed over my old license, took the eye test, passed, had my picture taken. Standard procedure. Move right along. And then the clerk looked at her screen. And then she looked at me. And then she looked back at her screen. And then she said she could not renew my license. There apparently was a charge against me in New Jersey. I have not lived in New Jersey in 32 years. Now, the clerk had no information about what the charge was, just that it existed somewhere in the state of New Jersey. In whatever database tracks these things, my name was flagged. She told me I needed to call the clerk of court in New Jersey. I went home. I called the clerk of New Jersey. The woman I spoke to was very kind and very thorough. She told me the record was so old she'd have to investigate. The file, she said, was on microfiche. Microfiche, for those of you under a certain age. Microfiche is how records were stored before computers on tiny photographic film that required a very special machine to read. My criminal record was on microfiche. I waited several days, she called back, and here, friends, is where the story becomes something I could not have invented. There was a warrant out for my arrest for failure to appear in court because several videotapes had not been returned to a video store, rental store that had gone out of business many years ago. I did not rent these tapes. My ex-husband rented them using my account at the video store. He did not return them. The store went out of business, and somewhere in the bureaucratic machinery of the state of New Jersey, this unresolved debt sat quietly for 32 years, waiting for the moment I walked into a Georgia DMV to renew my license at 70 years old. Justice is patient. Justice is also apparently completely unreasonable. I had to go to court. Not Georgia court, New Jersey court, for videotapes from 1992. Fortunately, and I use that word loosely because nothing about this situation was fortunate, they had Zoom court. I did not have to physically drive to New Jersey. I sat in my home in Georgia and attended court remotely for crimes I did not commit, involving videotapes that no longer exist, from a store that no longer exists. I sat through several other cases before mine came up. I will not go into detail about what the other people had done, but I'll tell you that their offenses were considerably more serious than unreturned videotapes. They each received a $100 fine. Then my case came up. The judge looked at the file, he looked at me on the screen, and then he said, "Remember that store? It had been a very long time ago." He fined me $250 in court costs for 32 years of videotape that was not mine. He then told me I could stop at the courthouse to pay. I reminded him I live in Georgia. I called the clerk of the court again, paid my credit card, $250 for videotapes my ex-husband rented in 1992 from a store that had not existed in decades. I returned to the DMV for the second time, took the eye test again, took my picture again, and then was informed I needed a clearance letter from the New Jersey court before they could issue my license. I went home, I called New Jersey again, they sent the clearance letter, I returned to the DMV for the third time, took the eye test for the third time, had my picture taken for the third time. The DMV officer processing my paperwork shook her head at the situation with an expression that I can only describe as sympathetic disbelief. She had seen a lot of things at the DMV, but this apparently was a new one even for her. She issued my license. I was no longer a criminal. Hey, My son Chris, upon hearing this entire story, did what any loving, supportive son would do. He wrote me a song about it on Suno. It's a song about videotapes and warrants and 32 years of bureaucratic injustice, and it is one of my most prized possessions. Now let this be to the lesson to all of you turned 70 in Georgia. Check your New Jersey record before you go to the DMV. You never know what your ex-husband rented in 1992. Most likely porn. Enjoy listening to the song, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
That was so good. She did so great.
Yay, thank you, sweetie.
"32 years ago in Old Jersey, my ex-husband rented some VHS tapes as me. He never returned them, left me holding the bag. Now my license renewals hit a major snag. Oh, the license renewal blues. Oh, because of some overdue VHS dues. New Jersey's got a bone to pick with me for a crime I didn't do, can you believe? $250 in late fees turned into court date. I've been living elsewhere, oh what a twist of fate. They tracked me down for a Zoom call so fine. Said I've been wasting their time since '89. Oh, the license renewal blues. Oh, because of some overdue VHS dues. New Jersey's got a bone to pick with me for a crime I didn't do, can you believe? The judge said pay up, it's $175. Drop by the courthouse some states away, that won't jive. They don't even know I'm not around. Still stuck in Jersey time while I've moved to new ground.
I'm glad it worked. Nice to meet you, Dan.
Oh, the license renewal blues. Oh, because of some overdue VHS dues. New Jersey's got a bone to pick with me for a crime I didn't do, can you believe? So here I am singing my renewal blues. Oh, because of those darn VHS dues. New Jersey, oh New Jersey, won't you let me be? I just want my license, can't you see?